Algeria in spring 1959, the start of one of the most unusual rallies of the post-war period, the Méditerranée Le Cap. Competing this year, a gray Mercedes-Benz W121. It's not supposed to compete, but drive behind the field in order to gain an impression of the African race. However, shortly before the start, the head of the Mercedes racing department, Kling, changes his mind. He and his co-driver, Rainer Günzler, make their participation in the rally official. Almost 25 years after the first diesel engine in a Mercedes-Benz passenger car, the 190D has to prove its qualities in a marathon test. After 800 kilometers, the first-time check in the Algerian town of Gardia. Strictly and precisely recorded by the French police, marveled at by the town people. 50 horsepower and rear-wheel drive. By today's standards, an optimistic setup for crossing the Sahara. In 31 legs, the teams race against each other for the winner's trophy. 14,000 kilometers, seldom on asphalt, instead sand or scree dunes. Across the Black Continent, adventure calls, and you can easily lose your way in such a fascinating wilderness. At times, galloping elephants, at times, trundling heavy transports. There are no easy overtaking maneuvers on the bumpy route. Nevertheless, the small diesel racing car leaves its pursuers behind. Every day, the admiration among their rivals grows, and Kling, a former Sportsman of the Year, an erstwhile Formula One driver, is anything other than a nobody, a silver arrow driver on the dazzling African continent. The co-driver and reporter Rainer Günzler is responsible for the navigation. Not an easy task because orientation with a compass takes practice, and the road maps are rather vague. On the other hand, there aren't all that many roads, so close your eyes and hope for the best. The competition does not escape unscathed. The team, with the unlucky number 13, is traveling without a windscreen. A bad omen or voodoo magic? Things look better for the 190 diesel. The people already form an honor guard. Burning hot desert sand. More and more opponents get stuck. However, fair play still reigns among the drivers. The Mercedes-Benz prepares for the Zambezi crossing. Whenever possible, Rainer Günzler films short passages with his film camera. Because the marathon rally still leaves time for encounters, Kling displays his Swabian vehicle. The Sons of the Steppe, their hunting equipment. In the lush highlands, all of a sudden, careful, barrier. A knocking signal sounds the warning. One-way road. Time to wait patiently. The road rules still have to be obeyed in the bush. After all, one isn't racing on the Nürburgring. Africa awaits with a green hell. All ahead, full speed, and past the damp natural spectacle, the Victoria Waterfalls. One of the few rules of the Méditerranée Le Cap, at least 16 liters of drinking water per person need to be carried, and the vehicle's thirst also needs to be slaked. The final spurt follows a last break, Cape Town, South Africa. Once back on sealed roads, there is no catching the 50 horsepower car. The checkered flag for the new kings of the Africa Rally, Kling and Rainer Günzler, and their Mercedes-Benz 190 diesel.